35 you got stolen, and then so you have some way of tracking, because otherwise, uh, so there's big problem now because we have to account for our shareholders who are all the governments of the world, and actually they just had a meeting last week talking about Airdland CDD. And asking what's the result of this project? How can you account for where the money went? What happened? So it's not just there's a lot of pressure to figure out how do we. It's hard to do it with these projects, but how do we track them? How do we make sure the community knows what money went to whom? Yeah. So these signboards, the signboards are going to be essential with both at the project site, but at the district office also, and then making sure that we have that you have the records of. So if we come, we would like to see. I mean, both and the CD when the CDDO comes from Nairobi, or if they move to Kakamega, when they come, that you have the records of which households received and where are they. Yeah. Yeah, and what's happened, so that we have a way of keeping track of all of this. Because if we don't, there's a high likelihood they'll just close all these kinds of projects. So,
but fortunately,
yeah,
like the secretary and the
yeah,
treasurer has
yeah,
the records of all the beneficiaries, all the contributions.
Walikuwa 117 but tulikuwa tuna target about 130, lakini kwa record iko 117 wenye walipata tissue culture. Yeah.
So 117 received the planting material, the initial beneficiaries. 117 members
receive the planting material.
Yes.
Okay.
in the whole sublocation.
Okay. Okay.
She's just called the secretary.
The secretary.
We did not want to inform them that you are coming.
No.
It
Yeah.
could have been. That's why we
Sasa
are
unajua pia kitu ilioko kwa kila project tulikuwa na mwenye ameisimamia. Sasa mwenye ameisimamia ndiye anajua watu wake walipata
in each and
wapi.
every project there's the project leader that is under the project management committee. There's somebody who is in charge, maybe the chairman.
Wenye tunaita PMC.
Yeah. So at the local level they call the PMC, but there's PMC chairman, secretary. So those are the people who now know the nitty-gritty details that they report to the CBC.
Right.
Yeah.
Sasa hawajui, tunajaribu kuwapigia na wapatikani.
They didn't know you were coming, so she's been struggling to call them.
Sure.
But
No,
she
I
can't
understand.
reach.